Good evening, boys and girls. Aaron here from WVLF Gaming. Now, today I am joined with Luke, Blandy, and Mike, and we're going to start talking about our league. This did start about 6 weeks ago, but because we're new to YouTube and all this, it's taken us a bit of time to get it organised. But if you want to firstly say hello, lads.
Hello, everyone.
All right.
I'll do.
How are we?
They're all good.
Good. So the way our league works is every game week is 3 weeks long, and within that week you've got to play your game. If you miss that, there are penalties. We haven't had to deal them out yet, but if you do, sugar on you. Anyway, so,
Shame.
Well,
shame.
We should get shame
we
belt.
nearly had a few, but
Ding a
we're
ding.
a wee bit lenient. It being the first time for a lot of these guys coming
Yeah.
to us.
We're getting warmed up.
Yeah. And
Well,
also we're doing 2 weeks in one there because our Henry was on holiday in New Zealand for a while. And had
Canada.
to
No, he
postpone
Conquering
week
the
one.
female world of New Zealand. Good
wasn't
on
on holiday.
Was it? I know it was Canada. You're right, Luke. It was New Zealand last time, wasn't
Yeah, it
He
was.
wasn't on holiday.
He's
Man,
cornered that
the-
side of the world and then he went somewhere else.
The man's an explorer.
He wasn't on holiday. He was in
Oh,
hiding.
yes, he is.
We
Yes,
all know
he
this.
is.
Say again,
He
Michael.
wasn't on holiday. He was in hiding. We all know this. We all know the reasons.
Oh, yes.
From whichever person he's managed to conquer last week.
From whichever government organisation.
Right, before we get Henry searched by the FBI, MI6, and whatever other organisation there is in the world, we're going to hear from our sponsors, Pro Painter Studio. Pro Painter Studios, for everything you need to keep your tabletop tidy, from dice trays to tokens so you know who's got what. Trackers for CP and VP. From every table system, from MCP to 40k, just give them a shout and let them know that the discount code is Wolfhammer. Link in the description. Cheers, guys. And welcome back. So, game week 1 was actually Crucible of Battle and Burden of Trust. Now, guys, who wants to talk us through Burden of Trust?
Remind me.
Burden of Trust.
Say, remind me.
It's
again
all
what
we
it
got
is.
to guard objectives, isn't it? You have to guard
Yes.
objectives.
Yeah.
It's a very mission
Yeah.
because everyone keeps forgetting to guard.
Me.
And
I forgot.
Yeah.
it's like, and it was like, oh, okay, the one on that, my guys have been on that for a turn. Can I just say they're guarded? It just ends up being that most of the
Yeah,
time.
to be fair, it wasn't my game as well, and to be fair, I'm an orc player. I don't really stay still a lot with my army. Doesn't work that
Yeah.
way.
No.
I don't know how you guard with a normal army. I used to be knights last year when I did tournaments, and now I'm T-Sons in this league. It's like, so I can't shoot and guard at the same time.
No,
No.
I could before.
You could guard. You could guard and shoot at the same time, couldn't you? 'Cause
bully,
it wasn't an
say
action.
bully for you.
That's it.
You
Yeah.
could shoot and guard, couldn't you? You just couldn't shoot and
I thought
charge.
guard was an action.
You had to stay on the objective. Guard wasn't an action. You could just declare that you were doing it.
Oh yeah, you just had to stay up.
Well,
so
that
long-
probably explains my
say as
score
long
then.
as you- Yeah, fair enough.
I should point out at this point, while we are trying to simulate tournament play, we are quite lenient with some of the takey backsies.
Yeah.
We are
It's not a
cosplaying. We are
sweat fest by any
cosplaying
means.
as tournament organisers.
Yes.
We're doing
we
our
are playing
best.
by intent.
But
I'm
by-
meant to do that.
By no ungodly means should we be held up to such standards.
Personally, I think we're
It's a casual, friendly league.
Personally,
Friendly league.
Yeah.
So, Burden of Trust, yes, it is the guarding mission where you get 2 points for each objective you are on and guarding with a certain unit.
Yep.
And again, I believe it's a taken hold as well. So you just score 4 points for being on that objective. Is that right?
Standing on
Yeah, pretty
circles.
much.
That's
Well,
what
Yep, stand in circles.
it is the name
Yeah,
of the game.
you stay on the objectives and you guard no man's land objectives.
So it works quite nicely. We have got 2 sides to our league, so unlike the traditional leagues that you guys might have in your local community, we have actually got 20 players, so we've broken it down into 2 lots of 10.
Too many knuckleheads in one league for one
Yeah,
leg.
it's going to go bad. So we've got the Imperium, which has got more Chaos players in, and the Chaos side, which has more Imperium players in.
I find that
Don't
quite
ask me
funny.
how that works out. It was randomly generated.
RNG. Chaos.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yep.
So in our Imperium League, lads, as you can see on the screen, are there any games there? There is one to me straight away that made
Yeah.
headway.
Well, we got the 20
Yeah,
out
well, the 100 to
Yeah.
50.
between Chris and the
Brucey
veteran Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
So
Chris.
this,
Who was the last? Who
Go
was
on,
the
Nick.
last minute addition? We'll have to point out here. He wasn't going to be in.
Bruce.
No, Brucey wasn't going to be in. No.
He wasn't going to be his last minute addition, but he's pulling through anyways. And Chris is making a proper breakout into the league with a 20-0 win straight away against a veteran player.
Yeah.
It's impressive. I was hoping
It
somebody
is.
will stop him.
The
Well,
thing is, though,
so-
we're calling Bruce a veteran player. Yes, no disregard to Bruce. He's very good at the game. But Chris is a humanoid computer when it comes to
The
Warhammer.
man has spreadsheets
Yeah.
for this shit. I'm telling you.
The man is way above our 8 GB brains.
Oh, well, is it like last season? He was coming. He's been around the club. I was going to say hanging around the club, but that sounds creepy. That's not
No,
the case.
that's
He's been coming down and interacting with people and sort of like watching games and chipping in on a few sort of last year. And I think he's what happens when you take all that theory and put it into practice. He's just analytical. I think is a good word for it.
The man is the
Yes.
rule book incarnate.
Yeah.
He knows most armies. He knows most of the rules. He's probably the first guy I go to rule clarify.
Yep.
Most of the time. So yeah. But the fun thing of this game, even though it was 2004, Chris, was that Bruce turned up with a list pretty much perfectly countering Chris's.
yeah.
Yep.
Now, before we go any further, all lists are kept secret from the opponents or competitors
Yeah.
until both lists are submitted. So the fact that Chris called out that Bruce knew his list beforehand,
No.
no, he didn't.
He did not.
Yeah.
No one does.
Nope.
Uh,
Nope. Let's sort of get.
Is there any other games that we would like to bring forth from the Imperium during
From
the
the-
first week?
How was your game against Pablo? Michael's going to see you on that side of the
I'm
list.
indeed on that side of the list. Well, my game was more a sense of, although I won and it was a good enough win for me, I found myself actually helping Pablo out more because he's an excellent painter and modeler from the stuff I've seen of him, but he's quite inexperienced player, and obviously he wasn't in League Season 1 with us. But so as much as I found myself, really, I was kind of sort of just helping him out. Like I say, being a bit lenient with the penalty system, because obviously he submitted a list that didn't exactly have the right war gear options, but I'm not going to really bother about that. But
Oh, controversy.
yes.
No.
But other than
I think that's what's good about an in-house like league like this is that yes, we get them to submit the list to try and make it as equal and fair as possible, more a bridge to tournament play. But then if your opponent's like, it's fine, dude, don't worry,
Yeah.
we don't care.
no.
As long as the two people on the table are happy with that, it's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Like if you could have had a plasma pistol in there and you got a bolt pistol instead, it doesn't make a
Exactly.
Yeah,
difference.
that sort of stuff is like assumed. Why the hell would you take a bolt pistol over a plasma
Yeah.
pistol?
If you go, this scout squad should have been a vindicator, then maybe it's a bit different. But you know,
I just sort of used it as sort of a teachable moment of basically before you
Yeah.
submit anything, recheck your list, and this can go out really to anybody
Hold on.
that's thinking of doing tournaments. Before you submit anything,
Yeah.
recheck it and make sure it's correct.
It's
there
taught me.
Is there someone in the four of us that might need to take that under their own wing? Glass Hammer tournament?
Can't be me, I weren't at that one.
Why do I feel my ears burning?
Oh yeah, it was you, Lou, wasn't it? What?
Yes,
Transport, mate.
yes, it was
I
me.
bought the wrong rhino.
I had brought a Chaos Space Marine list, but I'd forgotten a rata. That this was shortly after the Codex came out for Chaos Space Marines.
Excuses.
No. Unfortunately, the TOs, as we said before, the TOs were fine with Luke changing the. Was it a mark?
It was a mark of Nurgle to a mark Undivide or mark of Khorne on a single rhino. Because I forgot an errata that came out for the index, which carried over to the codex, but I didn't realise, and then because there was no one to go in that rhino, the dedicated transport counted as being destroyed straight into the game, so I was down a unit, and my intended infantry did not have it. It was a complete blunder on my part.
Yeah. So guys, if you ever mess up like that, just talk to the TO. They're sound.
Yes.
Most of them sound.
So,
Ask nicely, say please and thank you, and don't be a dick.
Well, I suppose one.
there we go.
Thank you.
But if we want to go over to League
And
Chaos,
one other
sides-
match in that league then that's worth mentioning. Your very own Luke. Who's your favourite model out of Liam's army, Luke?
Oh, is it the Broodlord or the? It is the Broodlord in the 200, isn't it?
With the Gene Stealers.
Yeah.
I believe is now named Neil the Bastard.
Well, so aptly living up to his namesake, the man survived 3 rounds of World Eaters Melee through feel no planes and sheer bullshit alone. Wielded by our very own Liam Shannon. We love Liam, he's a great lad,
Yeah.
but his Broodlord can go jump into the deepest of holes and never return.
at least you won.
Well,
I suppose. Close, but
Yeah, sadly we had to end that game turn 3 because we simply did not have the time to finish it. I ended up with a 11-9 loss.
Yeah.
It's a shame,
I
but
thought you won.
still close.
No, wait, no, you
No,
did lose. I'm looking at it.
Liam just took it.
Yes.
It was a shame because it was one of those games where it was so early that we couldn't really determine if we carried it through to turn 5 who could have truly won. But we had to call it because it was like 10 past 10. Everybody else had packed up. You know, the church organisers were looking at us, feet stepping on the floor, looking at watches, and we was like, okay, we got to finish this now. So,
Well,
just one of those things.
let's ask now our Blandy, our only representative here from League Chaos. How was your game against Ian Jones,
Yeah.
our unfortunate wooden spoon winner from last year?
He was. So Ian's a very what's to put it, thoughtful player.
That's political.
He
There
likes to
are
think of it.
thoughts. There are thoughts.
Every single, like he was thinking, and a great game, great opponent. He's a great lad. We love our Ian, but at one point he was sort of agonising over whether to move a rhino out or not. And he was like, "Oh, if you put it there, you're gonna get shot. But if I put it there, you're gonna charge me and shoot." And I was like, "What are you thinking, Ian?" And he was explaining his thought process. I was like, "Probably gonna kill it anyway, mate. It's okay."
yeah.
And he spent probably about 10 minutes agonising over the decision, which meant we sort of had less time later on, which is an important lesson there. So again, trying to do games in a timely fashion, not the strict 3-hour time limit that we have tournaments wise, but we get like a solid, church opens at 5, shuts at 10. Well, or until Tracy gets bored of us and kicks us out. But even then, it was like I think there's a lesson there about taking lots of time over decisions that perhaps don't matter so much.
If I remember correctly, Ian only scored double figures last season, didn't he? So the fact he's already starting with 6
Yeah.
WTC,
He's always on his way.
it shows how good the league has been to him.
Yeah, it was. Do you know what? It was a tough game as well. So he's playing his Death Guard. Death Guard were in the ascendancy at the time, but he had a tough list, like a real tough list. And I tried something different because I knew he was Death Guard and stinky Death Guard. Don't want to get close to him because they make you poorly. So I was trying dreadnoughts and shooty things for a different. And I don't know if it paid off or not. I've got Dylan next match as well with his Death Guard again. So I might try the same. Might try different. Who knows? But no, it was a good game. I'm trying to look down the list. Interesting match. We had Nige and Matt Canine
Yes, that was a fun one to
in
watch.
there. Oh, it's good too. So Nige came second in the league last year. Real good player. A very close second. What did he take last year? Was it his tail?
His tail, yeah.
Yeah, and he's back this year with his Black Templars for a change. So, quite the opposite shooting. He's gone full melee.
Yep.
And against Matt with his absolute Swiss Army knife of an Imperial Guard list, you don't know what you're going to get against Matt. I think he dropped out about 20 tanks or something ridiculous. Not 20, I exaggerate. But, a buttload of it was good. And then sort of took 2 points in it, 10-10 draw. In fact, after that first week in the league, a lot of the games are very close.
Yeah,
your league, yes. Our league was kind of two standouts from the way, and we're all competing for third from the looks of it. But we'll get on to that later.
I mean, if when we cast our eyes onto round 2, it'll become apparent what's going on in your league.
Right, so the Imperial League standout matches. I've got to be honest. Again, we have Brucey, unfortunately, losing 20-0. But this time he lost to Luke, our very own 8-bit.
With a perfect score, no less.
Just about. Yeah, it was a very fun game. Bruce is an absolute gentleman and an absolute class player. It's just a shame. I saw in his deployment that he'd left his right flank thin. I'll say that. So lot of skulls, pushed that right flank, took out his dreadnought, singled out his big units. Once his dreadnought and his repulsor were down, his anti-tank was middling, to say the least. The best he had left was his aggressors in Calgar, and the Demon Prince and the 8-bit, and swept them up. And after that, it was just sweeping up the excess units. Then, it was a very fun game. Bruce, absolute gent.
Always is, always will be. And Mike and Chris went 20-0 as well. So this is what Mike was talking about earlier with his 15 points.
Well, let's just face it, I came up against an Eldari bike list. They went first, and suddenly I found myself with them all about 9 inches away from me. And I was just boxed.
Isn't that where you want them as an orc?
As an orc, yes, but unfortunately, when he's got reserves out the wazoo to them to bring in afterwards, I can't kill the things quick enough. And when you get Eldari have surprisingly good shooting, and orcs, it turns out, aren't very survivable. Outside when you don't activate the war.
T-shirt saves.
Did he deploy in your zone, or was it just like, did he just get the right sight lines on you and just exploit the hell out of them?
Well, listen, I tried my best to hide everything that I could, which is we're in limited terrain as an orc player with how many models I've got. It's not the easiest thing to do, but we tried.
No.
But the Spore Prawns he was playing the Eldari Windhouse, and for those who don't know, that's the one where you bring a whole lot of bikes as battle line, and Eldari bikes. Yep. Eldari are quick anyway. Suddenly sticking them on a flying bike suddenly makes them incredibly fast.
Yeah.
Well, they've got their battle focuses as well.
So
I'm pretty sure one of them allows mounted to go a bit further.
No, these guys are immune to Overwatch. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another
Great.
Yeah, that's another one. But yeah, my
got?
only saving grace is that in the just regular scoring, not the WCC, I actually just managed to not have him get 100 points on me rather than. So he's committed to 95.
Go on, Mike!
That's an achievement.
On the board!
Take small victories against Chris where you can. That's what I'm planning here.
Yeah,
pick your battles.
And then our third and final 20-0 was Matt Haley versus Pablo, which, as we know, Matt Haley did win season 1 for us. And as Mike has said from week 1, Pablo is still an up-and-coming, very good at the game, very good at painting and converting, and whatever else he does, they are amazing models.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But Matt Haley is well seasoned in tactics gaming.
I think he's one of the only few ones that's actually brought the same army that he used last year as well, hasn't he? Off the top of my head.
Yeah, Custodes. Well, he wanted to bring orcs, but I think, but he said, the Custodes have to
defend their title.
What is it?
Defend their honour.
So does that mean unless
it's keep the belts?
Unless someone else beats him, we're going to keep seeing the Custodes every year. Is that what you're saying here?
I'm going to do my best, mate. I'm going to do my best.
We're going to have a look at those league tables in a bit, and I don't think Haley's at the top.
Oh, the champion is just getting into his stride, but I think from that it's
We are only in week 2
at the moment. Yeah, we are. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Has he not had perfect games this so far?
No.
Well, he's had a 20 last week, and the week before that he had a 16-4.
Joshy.
Yeah, Joshy took some points off him with his knights.
Hingley managed to make him bleed.
Well, Hingley's let's face it, Hingley's back to what he was running Eldari last year. He's back to what he knows and loves, his Chaos Knights now.
That's alright, let's correct that. Not Chaos Knights, he's doing War Dogs.
Same difference.
Yeah.
But he does what he loves. He loves the Emperor's Children, but the Emperor's Children are currently the Emperor's Children, so he's not playing them.
Yeah.
I can see the comments from Josh on this video.
Alex likes War Dog, same difference as far as I'm concerned.
He did have a couple of big ones. Did he bring out Lucy the Lancer?
He did.
He did. He loves Lucy.
He loved me.
Chaos League. Matt, what have you got for us? What happened in your league? I can see 1 or 2 20-0s.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, I've been to sleep since then, but let's have a bit of a breakdown. So, I mean, the first one there is Ryan Johnson, the new lad. Absolute cracking player. He's playing his old diary. I forgot. He's playing his old diary, isn't he?
He's playing Eldari, but it's the Webway with
That's
a mix of Eldari.
It's the Harlequins and guests.
That's it.
Basically.
Yeah,
That's the one.
No.
So he threw me because he's been doing his grey nights, hasn't he, recently for his tourneys.
Casual tournament player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
what I like
yeah,
about
so
his list is that he's bringing Harlequins. If you know me, I'm a Harlequin player myself.
We are.
You never mentioned it.
We must.
it's the tights. He loves the
We must
tights.
stress.
I don't know if anyone will notice all these models behind me are Harlequins.
We must also point out we are all completely and utterly impartial and have no bias towards anyone whatsoever. With that bit out of the way,
You can speak for yourself. I'm impartial to myself.
apart from that.
But no, so Ryan's relatively new to the group. In fact, he randomly joined our WVLF tournament, and I think he came second in the end.
He did indeed.
Did
with the Webway again.
Damn.
Narrowed it, yeah. So we had a great game in that one. I think he beat me. It came down to a point in the end in that. Well, I'll be going off the topic now, but and I've never seen somebody math something out so perfectly. Like he must have thought. Oh, when I said about overthinking before, he thought exactly enough in that game, and he had a good old think, and he did exactly the right moves and rolled exactly the right dice and won by a point, and it was a nail biter.
Damn.
But he's a sound land, is our Ryan, and I think he just got beaten in the final by Chris, was it?
Must have been.
I thought he was just.
In the tournament.
Playing you round 3. I don't think he ever came across Chris.
No,
Really?
I think the round 3, the final round, was Chris versus Josh. So I thought, that's a top spot that is. And then all of a sudden, Josh is down in like 4th. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Anyway, but yeah, so he's come along and he's give our poor Ian a bit of a kicking. Well, I think they had a good game, so about smiling at the end of it. Mr. Cuneen bullying the Blood Angels that
Good.
Josh bought. What do you mean good? Get out of it.
It's just Josh or Spunky as we've got him here now. For
Spunky,
reasons known
yeah.
to himself.
So yeah, McLean was still playing his Astra Militarum or Imperium Guard. Don't want to upset Mike because he is a black belt.
Yeah, it's certainly Guard to me.
Josh
damn it.
Spunky Gowan was playing Blood Angels.
I think I asked Matt, and he said at one point in the game a tank ran over Astrath the Grim, which is quite the end for the Blood Angels sort of executioner. Getting run over by a tank. It's not. It's no. It's not very glorious, is it really?
Warrior 10,000 years gets hit by a car.
Yep. Anyway, how about the other most melee showdown? We had Zang and Blandy Blood Angels versus Space Wolves. That's another melee showdown I'm quite interested to hear about.
Ooh. That was class. It was basically Twilight, wasn't it? Vampires versus werewolves.
Nice.
It was wicked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did like that. I think
Were you team
that
Max
was
or team
was tough as well. Like, so his repulsor executioner just refused to die, and I got D'Antoni's Sangi Garden near it to charge it. He overwatched with it, and he did the thing where you get rapid fire on your guns because you had one of them
The Iron
wolfy
Priest.
priesty wolf things. Somewhat wolf anyway. Yeah, rolls 3 6s on the hit roll, and just wipes out 3 of the Sangi guards. So Dante's just there on his own, and he wasn't happy man after that, to be honest. That's
good.
3. I've seen them 6s come up. I was like, I thought that was game at that point, but no. But he went to the wire. Yeah.
I've got thoughts about that ability, but we'll leave that to another.
One game I do want to point out, just for a fair play to the lad, is James versus Nige. Now,
yes.
to give you a bit of backstory, James is playing Imperial Knights. He hasn't played them for long, so the fact that he's held a seasoned Black Templar Tau player to a loss of 13-8 in 13-8? Was it 12?
That's 13-8. You can see it there. 13-8.
13-8.
Nigel 13.
But it should be 12-8.
It should
That's
be
not
12-8.
right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Check that spreadsheet.
Blandy, get on that, please.
To keep that to keep that Nigel at bay as a new Imperial Knight player.
Yeah.
Fair play to you, lad. Well done to you. You've not played them many times, but you've played them enough to.
But shall we now point out that now,
do well.
since he's now gotten used to that, he now has to contend with a new codex, which is, well, I suppose, considering you never got used to it in the first place, it's never mind. He's technically still learning, I suppose.
Yeah, but since the new codex came out, he's played Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday. He's looking for a game for this Thursday, so he's definitely trying to get the hours in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, getting the reps in.
Good luck.
And in fact, after talking to James, we played him the other day, that game with Nigel was incredibly close, and then I think just Nigel pulled it out of the bag last turn and scored a buttload of points, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is Nigel's famous for. Sometimes I think he does it on purpose. He'll be like, no. Okay, now I'm going to win. Because Nigel's just that good.
Oh no, I've lost turn 2. Oh no. Here comes
I've been playing Nigel before, and he's gone, I'm going to roll a hit roll. He's like, you're going to get a 3. And I've rolled a 3. And he's like, and now you're going to get a 1 and not wound me. And then I got a 1. And I was like, what kind of witchcraft is this?
See, that's funny when it happens to you. For me, it's a bit too predictable.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a 1. Oh look!
Yeah.
A 1!
It won you a pin.
A
It won
one.
you a pin badge when you was last guessed that you'd roll a 1, Luke. So
I'll be honest. Nigel James didn't do a boatload of points. I'm having a quick look at their scorecard, which I'll put up. But
it was
round 1,
15 points in it.
2 points difference. Round 2 was the big one, so James only took 9 points from that. Where Nigel James took 23. But to be fair, it's back and forth. So again, fair play to the lad. I think his problem was James's problem. He went with sticky, fixed objectives.
Yeah.
Not tactical.
Oh yeah. Fixed.
When you go against Black Templar, you need the variety. If you're going against Knights, you can sort of easily stick.
It's weird. If you choose fixed, you've got to prepare to complete those objectives every single turn of the game to get max.
Yeah.
If you can't do that the entire game, you've pretty much wasted taking fixed.
Would you see? I'm going to tell you now. Actually, I'm going to ask you, lads. Quick 5 seconds. Which 2 fixed objectives did he take? Without looking.
Without looking.
You're going against Templars.
Knights against Templars. What am I taking? Cleanse.
Okay, cleanse.
Cleanse and it depends on how many characters he would have taken, because assassination might have been a cool.
Okay, one's right. Mike.
Yeah, I'm thinking cleanse is the right one.
Matt.
He's done.
Okay.
Engage.
Okay, so we've got Mike with cleanse again, Matt with engage, and the other one.
I'm trying to remember what the fixed ones are because no prisoners isn't an effect.
Establish. No prisoners is not a league.
No, it's
allowed.
not league allowed. Otherwise, everyone would do it.
To my vast disappointment.
Same with me. But there we go.
So quick 5 seconds turned into 30 very quickly.
Yeah.
We're good at this.
So it's bring it down and assassinate.
Oh. You put bring it down and assassinate.
I'm
pretty sure
tempted.
James only brought 1 Blandy, didn't he? Or something like that.
He brought 2.
Did he? Oh.
He's playing the Godhammer detachment, which is the
it's
vehicle
the
one.
That's the vehicle one, yeah. But even so, against Black Templars, they're not a vehicle-heavy army.
Yeah. With the fix, it's weird. Like I say, you've got to prepare to if you're going to take it, you got to score it max.
What's more is you choose you don't pick fixed at the until you actually see what the list is anyway. So the fact you chose that.
Yeah.
It's not a big break.
It's like choosing
not
assassination.
Let's put it that way.
If you choose Bring It Down on a list that's only got 2 Land Raiders, you've shot yourself in the foot immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, Nigel taking Bring It Down against Knights, that's a no-brainer. Everyone would do.
Oh yeah, that's a no-brainer.
That's a fair one.
Do you think James did fixed because Nigel was doing fixed?
I don't know.
No, Nigel went tactical.
Oh, did he? I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Nigel's list. Bring It Down was a terrible choice.
What was I?
Did he only have the 2 Land Raiders?
Black Templars, Bring It Down is not the one you go for.
Nah, maybe assassination because they're very character heavy.
Yeah, there's a few characters. That's fair.
Were there more characters than there were
One,
vehicles?
2, 3 vehicles.
Really? And which ones were they? Because if they were like light vehicles, then they would have been worth less points.
One was a Land Raider.
So we've got a Predator, you got a Land Raider, you got a Annihilator, and a Repex,
A what?
Hmm.
and an Impulsor. Sorry,
Okay, so and an Impulse for 4 vehicles.
4 vehicles.
Okay, that's not so bad, but still,
But still,
Land Raider's 4, Repex is 4, Impulsor's 2, because it's only like 11, 10 wounds, 9 wounds.
Something like that.
yeah, it's not many.
What's the card?
Whirlwind was it? His final one?
No, Repex, Impulsor. I've closed it now, Luke. Land Raider, and yeah, you got me there. It's again, he's done well, but he could have done a lot better with the pickings there.
He could have.
Well, we can't go any further without talking about the utter madness that
yes.
Dylan Darrell Dixon bought.
Dylan Darrell Dixon. What a lad.
Yes.
What a lad.
It was.
Had 150
I thought it
Poxwalkers.
was 120.
But there's more.
But wait! There's more!
There's more. And then another 30 in reserve.
Oh,
Yeah.
30 was it?
No, he
Yeah,
bought
if you can
120
bring
with then
another
the
10 on
third
turn
with
2,
30
3,
in
and 4 or
reserve.
something.
He had 6 squads of 20 and then 30 in reserves. 10 for rounds 2, 3, and 4. So that's it.
That was ridiculous.
I was so rooted for it.
Yeah.
He broke him
It still
initially.
ended up in a draw. Let's be honest.
Yes.
It's not. In fact, both of Josh's games have been technically draws. Although yeah. One.
It's a shame. I really wanted the Poxwalker brick wall to work, but I think because Josh was playing Votan and he brought his new steel jacks, which are 6 shots apiece. Nothing to laugh at. Even on the Overwatch, they're hitting on 5 at base, and then 4 as well as his defensive protocols. He brought a lot of shots and he managed to sweep up the chaff pretty easily, which I thought was quite a shame. It was like you could do Poxwalkers. I would say they're great in numbers, but he couldn't seem to get the amount of hits in that he genuinely needed to break through the Votan lines. Like, it's weird with chaff. It's like with chaff, you need their numbers to make up for their lacking strength.
Yeah.
But it's just a shame in Warhammer the strength doesn't change, or it's just weight of dice, but that changes when you bring so many models. But weight of dice only does so much when you're wounded on 6s. It's a shame because I really wanted that 150 Poxwalker list to work, but like I say,
think it could. I think it could work a lot better depending on the original. Because they got infiltrate, haven't they? So
yeah,
you can cause a lot of problems. Turn 1 to 2, where you could score.
He did. It's why he pulled out the draw, because he managed to keep Josh out of the mid board for the first 2 turns / third turn, and then Josh overwhelmed him once those last 1 or 2 units were on the run, and he just took over the board turn 4 and scored as many points as he could to catch up, which is a fine strategy if you want to make a draw. But in league games like this, when you've got to not only increase as many points as you earn as much as possible, but also decrease the amount of points that your opponent scores, it's not a very long-lasting strategy, which I think is a real shame.
The mission as well, Scorched Earth, leads very heavily to whoever's going second, really, especially on the last turn. You can just literally just...
Oh god,
you can literally just hoover up the objectives. That's pretty much it. It's by taking them and then burning them, then you'll just score massively at the end.
Oh yeah. Obviously, I was playing Liam and his Tyranids for that game, and if it wasn't for the certain enhancement that allows me to go uppy downy, I would have never got onto his home objective. Burnt that in my final round and clawed out the draw. But anyway, so that's the first 2 game weeks discussed in a fashion.
In a fashion.
Stories as well. In a fashion, we won't go much further. So we're going to have a look at the actual league tables now of where people sit. So for the Imperium,
Okay.
We do have Chris on the top with 2 wins, clean 40 points in WTC scoring. Oh, man. But
Cheers.
but then behind him 4 points, we've got last season's winner, Matt Haley. 4 points. That's it. It's not undoable. And the best thing is, in week 3, they're playing each other.
Oh.
I am. Yeah.
That's going to be, I think, in a couple of weeks. I don't think they're doing it this week or next. I think it's going to be the final week of the.
I was going to say, me and Michael have played our game by then.
Yeah. Other than that, as I think someone joked around earlier, saying everyone's playing for third. Currently, that's Luke. Luke's in third.
Hey! I'm not awful!
Yet.
I'm going to so edit in a celebration.
So didn't you take third last year, Luke? If I remember correctly.
I did. I did, didn't I? And I won my own trophy. Oh, screw you, Matt.
But going down the further of the list, to be fair, from third to fourth, we have an 8-point drop for the next week. So this is actually looking like last season one's table, where we had 3 people at the top, 3 people in the middle, and then the last 4 were kind of in it, but still.
Well, I'm
behind
hoping I've
quite a
gotten
bit.
at least one of my 20 and O's out of the way with Chris, and hopefully I can not do that with Matt Haley, speaking myself personally here. Because 13 was a good score for me, and I thought I was doing all right. Then I ran into Chris, and that sort of went out the window.
I ain't giving you, mate. I ain't giving it you. You got to fight for it.
I intend to.
And then in the they're all this week, mate. And then in the Chaos League, surprisingly, it's a lot tighter. We're not talking first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. We're talking from first to 7th.
Really? All the way down to 7th?
We're only talking about 10 or so points, 10, 14 points.
You can make that in a game. I can all change in a single round.
Right. So, yeah, and our next game week is game week 3, and what's the mission again, lads?
Purge the foe!
Purge the foe.
Purge!
So it's going to be charging, and funny enough, we've got Mike and we've got Luke who are playing as World Eaters and Orcs. What do they like doing?
Charging.
They like charging. So from there, we're going to call it quits and see you in the next video, which, if it's this league video, will be the sum up of round 3. But again, let Pro Painting Studios know that we sent you with the old Wolfhammer discount code. You'll see that in the description below. And please leave us a like, comment, and any future notes or funny stories that you have. Join us on Discord, Facebook, and Instagram. See you later, guys.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night all. Ta.